welcome to 50 Nights of Fright. I'm Tommy, joined again with Zach.
Hello.
Today we are watching Night of the Living Dead. Alright, Zach, I'm a big zombie guy. This movie means a lot to me. What does it mean to you?
I'm a big zombie dude as well, and I will say, this is the first zombie movie I ever saw. When I was young. My dad was like, he set it up to me where he was like, son, because I played zombie games, I hadn't seen any of the movies, played Resident Evil and stuff like that, and so when my dad was telling me about this, he was like, son, you gotta watch this on TV. I was like 6, and he was like, this was the movie back in the day. This was the zombie movie, and
yeah, whatever, Dad.
yeah, whatever, dude. And I watched it, and back then, don't get me wrong, I liked it back then, but I think I definitely. It was the first surreal zombie experience I had where but as I got older I watched it more, and even recently watched it again where I was like, dang, dude, it's just it's a good movie, but also Romero hits cultural topics in this movie as well, which a lot of people don't think about, but then you see, you don't think about it until it's kind of thrown in your face in the middle of the movie, where you have certain characters trying to be excluded. And that's then it kind of sticks with you where you're like, oh, zombies, at least at this time point in this movie, were a metaphor for something else, for certain peoples, and not in a bad way, but to show you, but what George Romero does with zombies is something that I love that people still do with zombies today. Robert Kirkman with The Walking Dead and stuff, where it almost shows you that humans
are the bad guys.
Are the monsters, not the zombies. Like, the zombies are bad, but they're just naturally bad.
They're more of a force to be reckoned with rather than...
They're kind of a neutral force where it's like they are the big starting point for a lot of the problems and stuff, but ultimately they're just pushing people into each other, and the people.
That's where the conflict comes from.
Yeah, that's where the conflict comes
because
from.
Because zombies are just there to eat, to survive.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be
They're
mad
just
at
an animal.
you wouldn't be mad at the lion eating the gazelle. That's how they survive.
Yeah.
Now, granted, a zombie isn't the same as a lion, but they're just
essentially the purpose is similar. Yeah. I didn't realize how modern some of the cinematography was on this. Some of the way the movie is shot, and then there's a lot of background. There's a broad usage of the background. Haunting of Hill House and Haunting of Bly Manor, where the background is almost a character by itself with the way they're. And so there's a lot of that in this, and then metaphors and stuff like that too. I love this movie.
What I find fascinating about it is not only did Romero kind of make the template for the modern zombie, because before this, zombies it was the voodoo zombie, like being brought back by a magical force. This one not really explained who made them or why they are this way. Leaving that up to your imagination, what caused it. But it also made George Romero an icon in himself, because he would later go on to make other big movies like
the Dead movies.
Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, and the ones that follow that, but also things like The Crazies, Creep Show. Romero did so much with so little. He was a master of using micro budgets, very low budget filmmaking.
Yeah.
He made this one with practically nothing and just a couple of film students. Yeah. And so it just shows that if you have a director with a real vision, you can accomplish it.
Like Resident Evil and other things, we get so much from this movie.
Oh, absolutely. What the unfortunate side of it was that, there was an issue with the copyright when they made it, so the movie went almost directly to the public domain. So you can find copies of it anywhere to watch for free, like all
Yeah.
over the internet. There's like every company that makes, home video, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. Every company has released a copy of Night of the Living Dead at this point. So Romero, unfortunately, never really got the credit or the financial backing from it, because over time this movie has done so much, but he never really benefited from it except from his sequels.
Right. It's like if we were film students and we made a hit film, that would be around for ages, but we did it for like college or something.
Yeah.
So it ended up just getting distributed online and everything, and it's just everywhere, and everyone loves it. But it's like, we'd be like,
Yeah.
it's already out there. We can't drag that back and get the royalties from it now. Like,
slide some cheddar this way.
yeah, just have to open up the Patreon and be
Yeah.
like, hey, we made that movie.
Yeah. So, taking out a personal bias for, love of Resident Evil, love of zombie genre, what would you rate Night of the Living Dead?
I give it a 9.
A 9.
And that's without bias. I'd give it a 10 with bias.
Okay. All right.
A 9 without bias, and I say that because this one is a staple.
Mhm.
I think it gave us
The modern zombie.
But I didn't realize some of that cinematography they used in this movie, some of the things that they used to build the ambiance, the background and stuff. I didn't realize how ahead of its time this movie was. Like, update cameras, sets, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you could
Update some of
remake
the in this I could see this coming out today and being a classic today.
Mhm.
Like just update, and it's such, I think, a big piece of horror. It's one of the early like super gory films.
Yeah.
Super gory for then.
Yeah.
But yeah, modern zombies, cultural metaphors and stuff like that in there. It is such a genius movie.
Mhm.
I genuinely think it is a genius movie. Like,
Okay.
it's huge.
So my follow-up question's already been answered. Does it belong in the history of horror? Did it earn its place?
Absolutely.
All right.
If any of them belong on this list, it's that.
Okay. That's great to hear. Well, that was Night of the Living Dead. If you haven't seen it, like I said, it's in the public domain. You can find it. Go
It's on
watch.
YouTube and
It's
everything.
on. Go watch Night of the Living Dead. It's an icon in itself. Join us again tomorrow, where we are covering The Wicker Man.